you may notice Nora with a new fashion accessory. It's called a sheet wrapped around her neck. So every time she throws up, it goes everywhere. So the sheet catches it. And look, it's uber absorbent, and she hates it. Well, it was a good idea while she kept it on. So I don't want it on. You want to throw up on mommy? Yeah. Nora's been sick. Yeah. Tell them how sick you've been. So I've been throwing up every day, about 5 times a day. I throw up on every day. That's why I'm not dressed right now, because every time I throw up, we gotta change the clothes. We keep going through bassinet sheets. Tell them. Look right there. Right up there. Up there. You tell them. Tell them how sick you are. And we went to the hospital like 4 times in the weekend. Well, not 4 times. Because we went Friday, and Saturday, and Sunday, because they keep having to get fluids, because it's dehydrated. Tell them. So I is dehydrated. And I keep kissing all over her, because I'm a goober, and I'm going to get it. And I know better, but it's okay. So yeah, we just wanted to show they need bibs that like are better absorbent, because she went through all of her bibs. Like bibs that are cloth, not the plastic, because the plastic gives her little rashes. But like cloth, like thick cloth, and then like a little cup at the bottom. That way it catches what flows down. Because not only is she teething, but she's drooling really badly too. And we took her off the formula, and she's on a Pedialyte only diet, so she's grumpy. You tell her how grumpy you are. Quit trying to kiss me. I try to kiss her, and the problem is it'd be great if she didn't go to me every time I kissed her with an open mouth. She likes it. And then she drools in my mouth, and it's not good. No, we don't have fun with the drooling in the mouth. And she thinks it's funny. She's like, ah, every time. She laughs at me because she drools in my mouth. So, yeah. Oh, well. Nora's sick. So there will be no cute videos for a little bit. There hasn't been for a little bit because she's been sick. Because it's basically emergency room, home. Emergency room, home. Oh, I got so mad yesterday because we were in the emergency room. We got took in via ambulance, and I don't want to type this out in text, so meh. I kind of tried to, but okay, we got taken via an ambulance. They were all like, oh, she could have fluid in her lungs because she was on her back. And she threw up, and it was coming out her nose, and her lips had turned blue, and they were worried about it going down into her lungs because of the amount that came out of her nose. And they could hear like a little rattling in her chest, and I still feel it, so... They told us, okay, well, we're just waiting for you for a room. Go in the ER. I was like, the ER? Like, for the regular people? And they're like, yeah, so let's expose her to more germs. And then other people who I want to punch in the face because they're not really sick. And I really want to punch them in the face. The lady comes in because, you know, there's a virus going around. And that's all good and great. But she's got a virus. She's not dehydrated. She's just sick. So she needs medicine. The only medicine you can give for nausea and vomiting is Zofran or Phenergan. They don't really give that to stomach virus because they want it to flush through your system and they want to get all the virus stuff out. So basically they tell her they're not going to give her anything. Oh no, I still want to be seen by a doctor. There's like 8 of them like that they've told that there's nothing they can do unless they're dehydrated, which they're not. They're not going to do anything, but they want it from a doctor instead of a nurse. I am so mad. They're in front of me in line. We got there before them, but they're in front of me because we were in the back of the ER, like actually waiting for a room in the back, and then they switched us over to where the triage is. So 4 hours go by, and there's all these people, and they're coughing all over my daughter. They've got various things, and people aren't really sick, and I'm so mad. And they're there. And then there's this lady, and why do you go to the ER with a family? What is wrong with you? You do not take your family with you to an ER. It's a field trip. No, it's not. So Nora's sick. Nora's screaming, crying. We're holding her. She's covered me in vomit. She's covered my husband in vomit. And I'm like, oh. We keep changing her outfits, because I'm not letting her go naked in public. That's disgusting. She just threw up on my arm. See, look, shiny baby. Nope, you can't see that. Oh, yeah, you can. Anyways. I gotta get your arm underneath your neck. It's okay. While we're sitting there waiting, there's this lady, and something's wrong with her. She's like got a headache or something. So she comes in for a headache. They make Tylenol. Oh, she can't afford the Tylenol, so she needs a prescription. What? Well, Medicaid will give you a prescription for the Tylenol, so she needs a prescription. Bitch, it's like $6. Go fucking... So, not only does she have her, but she has like 3 other family members, and they're kind of coughing. They've got some kind of cold or whatever have you. And they're sitting there. And this lady comes in, and she is screaming in pain. And her, I think, dad or husband, I'm not too sure what it was, boyfriend, some male figure in her life, is carrying her in. He's like baby carrying her. He's carrying her in like this. And he's like looking around for a chair, There's no chairs, and there's these 3 bitches that don't even need to be there for. The one person had the headache. She counts, doesn't she? She don't need to be there. And so she's there, and they're there, and they're just standing there waiting for a room, and they're told it's going to be 8 hours plus. Yeah, you tell them you're mad. Mommy's mad too. Come here. So while we were waiting there for Nora to be seen, they're sitting there, and Dave gets up to get him a chair. Finally, the ladies go and get triage, so Dave sits down, and they're like, that's our chair. And he's like, we've got a baby in our arms, and, you know, he's got injuries. There's nothing wrong with him. They don't even need to be there. And the ladies already told them. So they go and they report him, and that's what happened. Because his shirt is, oh, you can't eat your Band-Aid. No, that's disgusting. She likes to suck on her fingers, and she's got a Band-Aid on her finger. You was sucking on the blood. Ugh. I'll stand up and be quiet. Anyways, so while the ladies go off to triage, we think they're going to the back. Dave sits down because Dave's exhausted. They don't even need to be there. They could have dropped her off and gone home, but apparently it's a field trip, and there's like 8 groups of people that think that going to the ER is a field trip. I'm mad. So instead of seeing my daughter, they're more concerned about his shirt and what his shirt says. And I'm like, they told us we would just, you know, we'd come out here and the next available bid would be ours. No, that's not what happened. Oh, you've got like 9 people in front of you. 9? I was here before them. What happened? Oh, well, we lost your papers in the shuffle. We don't know exactly where you were. I couldn't tell you where I was. Oh, I'm so mad. So we got up and we left. So we don't know if there's fluid in the lungs or not. They told us that we took her to the doctor today. And the doctor even agreed that they noticed there was something wrong with her suction. That was at the other ER that pointed that out. Something's wrong with her suction, so she's getting extra area, which is hurting her tummy, which is making her nauseous, because she's always had the nauseous issue. Like the vomiting, but not as bad as this is. Oh my god, it's like everywhere. So then there's that. We've got that nauseous issue. And good lord, 8 minutes? Really? Who's still paying attention? Really? You've got that issue. Then you've got her acid reflux, and that's hurting her. And then you've got the projectile vomiting. But I'm really mad at people in the ER. They don't get out of the way of the ambulance. If you see an ambulance coming, even if the lights are not on, you get out of the way. Because sometimes they transport people and they don't have the lights on. You just need to move. Ugh, I can't stand people just cutting the ambulance off, just sitting there. And I'm like, are you kidding me? She could be like fluids in her lungs. I don't know what's going on with her. Blah, 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 blah. I'm so mad. But she looked bad yesterday. And then people go to the ER for nothing, and then they treat it like it's a field trip. Do not take your family to the ER. You do not need 4 of you with you. You need a driver and yourself. You do not need the rest. Watch that be my screen caption, me going, look, let's hold her up pretty like, and let's let that be our screen caption. No, that's not.